I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. On Wednesday night into the early hours of Thursday morning, Donald Trump was rage posting on social media, posting some really weird and disturbing messages, just demonstrating that he may be the biggest malignant narcissist in history, somehow trying to spin what transpired on Wednesday with the utter humiliating MAGA chaos on the House of Representatives, where Kevin McCarthy has lost 6 roll call votes as of the time of Donald Trump's posting. This hasn't happened since 1923, where someone who should become the speaker didn't win in their first roll call vote. But let me show you what Donald Trump is posting right now. I mean, this is some of the most deranged, reprehensible, and weird stuff, but a perfect reflection of the gaslighting that is the MAGA Republican Party, saying this is really good, very good thing. So the first one he posted at around 10 p.m. his time while he was in his weird resort that he stays at in Mar-a-Lago. He goes, "Very good things are happening behind the scenes for the Republican Party. Intense but smart negotiations between great and patriotic," he puts it in caps, "people are ongoing. They all love our country and want something to go forward ASAP. This, quote, event will end up making the Republican Party stronger and more united," is all in caps, "than ever before. Our nation is at stake. Stay tuned and make America great again." So that's the spin that he has, that this is just an event and this is like a big media event and everyone's interested in this. And so it's like almost like a celebration, if you will. Meanwhile, Donald Trump earlier in the day on Wednesday endorsed Kevin McCarthy, following Donald Trump's endorsement of Kevin McCarthy on his social media platform after posting something really weird again on Tuesday night. But what else is new with Donald Trump? Kevin McCarthy actually lost votes after Donald Trump made his posting endorsement of Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy had an additional defection from 20 defections to 21 defections on Wednesday. So that was the first post that Donald Trump made. Now, this next post he made at approximately 1:20 to 1:30 a.m. in the morning on Thursday, his time. And this is what he wrote. He goes, "I actually think that a big Republican victory today, after going through numerous roll calls that failed to produce a Speaker of the House, has made the position and process of getting to be Speaker bigger and more important than if it were done in the more traditional way. Much like me again becoming president, having won big in 2016, gotten many millions of more votes, all in caps, in 2020, but, quote, supposedly not winning, parentheses, big lie, and then winning again in 2024. It will be bigger than the traditional way." So this is how the MAGA Republicans, the weird, deranged cult of Donald Trump, this is how they're spinning it the traditional way, where, a speaker is just selected in the first roll call vote because a political party, I don't know, wants to actually govern, and they're organized and they are responsible and they generally care about the American people. Well, that's the traditional way, folks. But the untraditional way, the way where you just show up and humiliate yourself publicly over and over again, as Kevin McCarthy did, as you have MAGA Republicans calling other MAGA Republicans traitor, as they all stand, these MAGA Republicans, on the House floor and despicably attack Ukraine and attack President Zelensky, as they continue to spread election denialism and conspiracy theories on the floor of the House. Well, that's what, in MAGA Republican world, the less traditional way, the more exciting way, or as Donald Trump puts it here, this makes it even bigger and more important. No, it doesn't. It makes you all fascist, traitor, losers who are destroying the United States of America. It's not the traditional way when you go about engaging in insurrection. But you know what? I like the traditional way. I like it when people's votes matter. I like it when there's no election denialism. I like when we have free and fair elections here. I don't like it when you have insurrections, when you try to violently overthrow overthrow our democracy when so-called political leaders in the Republican Party object to the counting of the electoral votes to try to destroy our democracy, when people like you, when MAGA Republicans led by you call for the termination of our Constitution, when you engage in violent insurrection, conspiracy theories, hate, QAnonism, and then you go, oh, well, maybe it's not the traditional way, but in many ways it makes it bigger and more important. No, it makes it fascist, it makes it traitorous, it makes it more disgusting, and it makes it more despicable. How much of a malignant narcissist can you be to say this is a good thing for the Republican Party? Setting it aside, as President Biden said earlier in the day on Wednesday, what this also is a terrible thing just for the United States of America. As President Biden said, he's worked so hard, and his administration has worked so hard after the January 6th insurrection, after internationally the world was wondering, is America a democracy? What is going on with the United States of America? Do they support free and fair elections? After President Biden and Democrats, the only adults in the room, restored the standing of the United States of America at home and abroad by acting like adults, focusing on issues, supporting our allies, fighting for the American people, we now have to deal with this again, the same sort of chaos, the same type of disgusting, despicable conspiracy theories that lead to the election denials. And we're seeing it play out, and our government can't function as a result. You know, we're now going to be in day 3 without the selection of a speaker. The House of Representatives cannot do its work. And frankly, no matter what the outcome is, as of the time of this recording, while we don't know what the outcome is, but whatever the outcome may be, Kevin McCarthy or whoever the Speaker of the House is going to be is going to have absolutely no power in any event whatsoever, because the concessions now that are being discussed is that not only would it just simply take 5 Republican votes for no confidence to remove the Speaker, but it could be 1 vote of no confidence. So in essence, for the next 2 years, regardless of the result, what we are going to see every single day in the House of Representatives is this dysfunction. I mean, these MAGA Republicans would destroy and will destroy our economy. They will destroy our government. They will try to destroy our democracy. And I'm thankful and grateful to see these images of bipartisanship in the Senate to protect and save our democracy, to save our country. And this isn't just, politics is so polarizing. I mean, look, is politics polarizing at some point? I suppose it could be, but that's not what we are dealing with. This isn't a both sides issue. I've read you these 2 statements by Donald Trump sent in the late hours of Wednesday, in the early AM hours on Thursday. You have a malignant narcissist just saying these weird and despicable and strange things. And over the past several weeks together, I've shared with you a lot of the other posts that he's made where he says these hateful, racist, xenophobic things, conspiracy theories. You see him here in the most recent posts again, spreading election denialism, spreading these strange lies to try to attack and destroy and undermine our democracy. But the strangeness, the weirdness, the pro-fascism, the wannabe dictators, the wanting to destroy our economy, that's all coming just from one place, the modern Republican Party that not only can't govern, but what they want to do is try to destroy our country. There's no other way objectively to look at their conduct. And I'll leave you with this. Do I support everything the Democrats do? Is everything President Biden do I go, yeah, I agree with it? No. I think that would be pretty weird if I did. But I do know that Democrats, a pro-democracy coalition of Democrats, independents, people who are not affiliated with political parties, people who have left the MAGA Republican Party because it's too extreme, too weird, pro-fascist, they left that party. There are adults in the room in this coalition focusing on the issues that actually matter to the American people, talking about better paying jobs, not just a living wage, but a wage with dignity, as MAGA Republicans talk about keeping the minimum wage at the most minimum level possible. Democrats are talking about lowering prescription drug prices and making life-saving medical care available to all Americans, making education accessible and affordable to all, focusing on protecting a woman's right, the freedom over her own body that MAGA Republicans not just want to take away, but arrest women and their doctors for. Democrats out there protecting the right of people to marry who they love. Democrats are fighting for veterans and making sure that veterans get the health care that they deserve when they return, while Republicans fist bump each other, denying our veterans health care for exposure to things like toxic burn pits. We got Democrats focused on infrastructure. With all of the chaos going on in the MAGA Republican Party, you want to know what's bigger and more important? What's bigger and more important is that President Biden was out there literally building bridges today in Kentucky. He's out there talking about the infrastructure bill to inject lots of money to improve our country, to improve the United States of America, as MAGA Republicans try to destroy it at each and every turn. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 1 million subscribers thanks to your incredible support. Hit the subscribe button now. In addition, check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. We've got great content you can only get at our Patreon site, but most importantly, help grow this independent media platform. We're not funded by any outside investors at all. So if you can, please join us at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.